Honestly, most breads you're going to buy just still have 2 to 3 grams of protein, lots of sugar, lots of preservative. This sourdough bread has 10 grams of protein precise, and you can avoid all that crap. I'm going to show you exactly how to make it. Let's get to baking. So to get started, you want to feed your starter. For me, I like to start the night before, early morning before I start my day. That way it gives it time to double in size. So once it doubles in size, you can get ready for your water. You're definitely going to need a scale. You want to be very precise. So here I'm using 345 grams, no more, no less. Then you're going to go with 100 grams of starch. Now you want to whisk that, and I've made a mistake not doing it properly. You want to whisk it until it's fully dissolved and it looks like this. Then you're going to add 10 grams of salt. Next, you're gonna go with bread flour. Now, the bread flour, like I like to mix and mash that way. It's very airy. This is gonna give you about 46 grams of protein, and the whole wheat is gonna give you 17 grams of protein. I like a combination that way. It's still airy, but still nutrient dense. Now, the game changer is the wheat gluten. This gives you 26 grams of protein. This is basically the protein from the wheat that is stripped. So basically, lots of protein, low carbs. Hey, you want to mix it until there's no more water. Now, don't worry about if the water seems like a lot. The wheat gluten and the wheat flour is going to absorb a lot of it. Let the dough rest for 30 minutes, and then we're going to add some pumpkin seeds. Now, the pumpkin seeds is going to give you 10 grams of protein, and the hemp seeds is going to give you another 10 grams of protein. We're roasting this for 3 minutes. 2 minutes with the pumpkin seed, and then go in with the hemp seed. The reason why the hemp seed will burn pretty fast, so you want to like add that after, but it's going to be like nice, very aromatic, on top of adding a lot of protein. Next, you're gonna go on out for 3 rounds of stretch and fold. So the first fold, now you want to just do it each corner of the dough. Don't add the pumpkin seed yet, let it cool. On the second round, that's when you're gonna add your pumpkin and your hemp seeds. The reason why, if it's too hot, it's gonna start to cook the dough and it'll mess the bread texture. So you're just gonna do basically 3 rounds, stretch and folds with 30 minutes rest. Period. Now for the first rise, now I like to give it about 5 to 6 hours. So you want to add some olive oil so it doesn't stick. Put that in a warm area. Let it sit there. And then you're going to pull it out. For the second rise, you're just going to do a tight ball on a flat surface. Add some flour if you need to. Let it sit for 20 minutes, but it's like a tight round ball. Right, once it's done, now you're just gonna flatten it. You're gonna pull it from each side. You're gonna fold it right into it. Now, sometimes I add in the pumpkin seed here as well, but this is just gonna help you build some more gluten. So you're just gonna want to do a tight log, fold it in very tight, and don't worry, the dough is gonna feel very hard. That's because of the wheat. So here, you're just gonna do another tight ball again, and then we're gonna add it to a bannequin basket. So here, if you don't have one of these, like I used to use Tupperware before I purchased this, so use whatever you have. And then we're just gonna let this ferment for 7 to 8 hours until it's time for baking. Now, when it's time for baking, you want to preheat your oven at 450. Now, what you're gonna do here, you're just gonna like put in like a nice slash on the bread that way it bursts open. You can go on the side, you can do across. I like to do an X, so like once this is baked, it doesn't have like a butterfly too, but it's more of aesthetics. Do whatever you want here. So for the first round, you're just gonna bake it for 25 minutes covered. And again, like I mentioned, you wanna like preheat it with the Dutch oven. So here, as you can see, like you can see the butterfly, like the bread already burst open. I'm just gonna put it back in the oven. I'm gonna cook it for another 20 minutes. Uncover it. Also, you can add a little 5 minutes on as well if you want to give the bread a bit more color. Once it's done, you do want to let it cool before you cut into it. I've made that mistake. Now, if you have like one of those wire rack stuff, it's best for the bread. I only have my cutting board. I use that, but after an hour, you can just cut into the bread. As you can see, like nice, airy, nice and fluffy. Because I like to make this for the week. It's so high in protein. It goes with a bunch of different stuff. Nice for toast, but hey, all set to go. Let's eat. And there you have like pretty straightforward to make. Hit me up in the comments if you have any questions, especially like what you started. Like I started this at the end of April. It's been going pretty well. So if you have any questions about getting you started going, hit me up in the comments. And if you like this recipe, I have another lentil bread recipe I think you'd like. I'll see you there.